And joining me today is Niamh Kinehan, who fights Michaela Hlaváčiková at Oktagon 74. That fight is on August 7th. So, Niamh, obviously you've done everything there is to do in Muay Thai, multiple champ all over the place, WBO, WCA, ISKA. What made you decide that, now's the time to switch to MMA?
I just think there's no better time than when you've completed everything, right? Like there was nothing else to do, so why not start a new journey?
I like that. And is it been something that's kind of always been on your radar? Like, back when you started this journey, did you think, maybe one day I'll do that? Or is it just like popped up right place, right time?
You know what? Some people always said you should go into MMA, and I was like, nah. Then they were like, you should do boxing, and I don't know. I sort of like you think your career is never going to end in anything, don't you? So, uh, I completed Thai, and just before that, like maybe a few months before that, there was words of should get into MMA, like the money, like everything about it. It's where you should be, and it's where you're going to really progress and get what you want really. So yeah, it wasn't like ever a mindset of I'm going to be an MMA superstar. It's just it's fell into place and it's felt nice and now I'm doing it and yeah, I'm excited to see where it takes me.
And so when people were bringing it up before and saying like you should try MMA, like you'd be great at it, this and that, like what was it that said no, I'm sticking with Muay Thai for now? What made you say that's not for me and sort of put it on the back burner?
I didn't want to put like anything else in my head until I'd completed my first goal. My goal was to complete Thai boxing before I think about anything else. And that's what happened.
And so obviously you get all those titles and you're at the very top of the game and all of that. You throw defenses in there and stuff like that, but what made you say like, okay, this is the line, like I don't need any more defenses, I don't need any more tournament, I don't need anything else?
Yeah, I was running out of opponents. Like I've never ducked an opponent anyway, and I thought everyone would be 99% of people that were in front of me, apart from back in the early days of my pro career. That was when the losses were there, but I had a good run. I think I had like a 20 win streak. So it was just like now's the time. Now's the time to take the change.
I like it. And some of those losses you're talking about early in the career, they're in MMA anyway, right? Like you can chase them down here.
Yeah, for sure. I'm still coming through. I'm still here. I'm still here, guys. I'm following you down.
I love it. I love it. Now let's talk about making the transition over because, like you said, you wanted to complete Thai boxing before you even considered MMA. So when you decided to make the shift, training wise, what was maybe some of the hardest things to transition over for you?
Everything. Like at first, like I don't know, you're so like patterned into like the Thai style and like the movement is like I'm not flexible at all. And some of the positions you are in MMA, it's like, wow, how did you get into them positions? Like even the lads laugh at me and like think, what's she gonna do here? But do you know what? I'm getting better. I'm getting used to it, and my game's changing, and it's nice. I can feel the change now as well. So yeah, it's coming together nicely.
Nice. And do you feel like, where you are age wise? Because, like you said, like if this was way later, the flexibility's never coming, right? Like,
Yeah.
but like, do you feel like, being only 26 years old has kind of benefited you in terms of the time to switch?
Yeah, I feel like it's a good age. Like I'm at a mature stage in my head where I know what I want, I know where I need to be. And I don't know, I feel like I've grown up lately a little bit. So I feel like now is a perfect time and I'm learning I've learned about my body as well in the sport and I'm learning again, but I feel like now is a good time. We've probably not hit my peak yet neither. So before I get there, it's the right time to do this.
I love it. Now let's talk about the choice of where you're doing it too, because Octagon, huge promotion in Europe right now. It is absolutely blowing up. Did they come to you with the idea to move you over to MMA? Was it you coming to that? Like, how did the marriage between you and Octagon happen?
If I'm honest, like my management, HD management, Carl and Daz and everyone there, they sort of dealt with everything. I just got a WhatsApp that's saying I got a WhatsApp about a call and then my coach Frank, he dealt with it and it was like this is what's on the cards. They're offering this contract. Do you want to take it? And it happened so quick. Like I couldn't even tell you how it happened, but it just went so quick and then it was like before I know it, signing. And now next week I'm fighting. That's how quick it's gone to me.
That's pretty quick. Now, I know you're no stranger to crowds, being that you fought, on the biggest Muay Thai cards, but is it exciting too that they're not, like you're not starting off at some rinky, tiny little promotion like so many people have to? Like, there's going to be 9,000 people there on Saturday. It's an outdoor arena. It's like, it's still the big show. Like, is that exciting for you as well?
Yeah, the crowds are what spur me on. I think, like I've always said this, I would rather fight in front of thousands of people than 9 people. I think like the more people, the atmosphere, it's everything like builds it up more for you. So that's when you put on a show and you've got all your supporters there, and yeah, a lot of people are going to be there, and it looks an amazing event as well. So Octagon don't seem to disappoint. The shows look really good, so I'm excited to be on one.
We're excited as well. Now let's talk about the opponent. You got Michaela again, right? Like this is an opponent you've already seen once before, which
Yeah,
kind of does that make things easier in the transition that you kind of know what to expect with her?
um, I wouldn't say it makes it easier because I'm going to like don't matter who's in front of me. I'm going to do my job, and it's I'm coming out with the win, and I'm just going to do what I'm doing. But I think this time, like, so I fought her a year ago, and it was after my surgery. It was my first fight back, and it wasn't really me in the ring. It was more of a timid sort of 34%, 40% me. So I'm hoping she's got them expectations that I'm like that when I'm not. Like I've leveled up so much since we last fought. So I'm excited to put on the performance and do what I need to do.
And then stylistically, like obviously we've seen your style play out with hers. Granted, like you said, a much more timid version of your style. But now we're adding like bits and pieces, right? We're adding wrestling, we're
Yeah,
adding cage work, we're adding all that kind of stuff. How do you
yeah.
see your style transitioning to MMA against what you imagine she's coming with?
Yeah, I think it's going to transition nicely. I'm confident. I've got a good team. I've got good MMA coaches as well. Like everything's coming together nicely, and I'm just looking forward to putting on the performance and getting in them 4 round gloves as well.
Well,
But
and
yeah,
you led me pretty much perfectly to my last question. I love to end these things with a prediction. So you're excited to put on the 4 ounce gloves the first time you do, August 9th. Tell me how that one ends.
yeah, that's it's ending one way, and that's a knockout. That's what I'm going for. I'm not putting pressure on myself, but yeah, that's what I'm going for. A nice early night.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks. This has been Niamh Kinehan, who fights Michaela Hlaváčiková at Oktagon 74. Once again, that fight is on August 9th. Niamh, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.